4:31 now. We start with some serious news. Oakland's latest homicide may have been a retaliatory killing. Ann McAvick is in Oakland, where the victim was gunned down at a motor.
4:32 now. Murder suspect Giselle Esteban is due back in Alameda County courtroom this morning. The Union City woman is.
And a major breakthrough in what police call a brutal case of sexual assault. Officers arrested.
Line set a street on fire. You can see it behind me here in Sacramento. The flames burned for several hours before the leak was finally kept early. Is a spare the air day in the Bay Area because it's going to be really hot.
That's right. The alert is being issued because we're expecting a huge warm up today. Lawrence has been talking about this all week.
He has, and it was almost 70 on the way in this morning.
Yeah, wasn't it nice out there?
This
is that time of year where we get these great temperatures outside. Yeah, it's going to be a hot one around the Bay Area and a spare the air day indeed. But yep, it's going to be beautiful to the coastline. Nice and clear out there as well. Let's take you out there right now. And
let's kick it over to Elizabeth now. A little traffic.
Little traffic, and we'll go out to our photographer who is live in the South Bay, where everything is looking pretty good this morning. So yeah, all we've really got going on right now is a lot of overnight road work.
We are looking at the hottest day of the week. Then major changes are in the forecast. Could we be talking about rain? Talk about that coming up.
And it is a spare the air day, so you're encouraged to use mass transit if you can. So far, all BART trains running on time. We'll have more traffic coming up.
Good evening, I'm Alan Martin.
And I'm Elizabeth Cook. A double traffic tragedy in East Palo Alto. First, a driver trying to escape police blows through an intersection. Late this afternoon, a standoff near an Oakland high school ended after police cornered and arrested a homicide suspect.
Well, tonight, police in the East Bay are investigating 2 reports of rape on the St. Mary's campus in as many weeks. Investigators say that these were not random attacks. And Nota Rangelo on why students say that these cases are particularly disturbing. And
the man behind a murder at a Bay Area motorcycle club is still on the run. Witnesses say the masked gunman seemed to have his sights.
This hour, there is a 22-degree temp span across the Bay Area, still in the 90s away from the Bay. Rain and snow.
all right, you might want to check your blood pressure after this one, because if it is even slightly elevated, you could be at a sharply increased risk for a stroke, especially if you're younger.
More on the Consumer Watch, Julie Watts explains this could lead to fewer jobs. Julie?
Yeah, the cost of health insurance has doubled if there are any similar ones with Skechers.
Right.
Okay. And remember, if you have a consumer problem, give us a call. 888-5
get that plug in.
Always got to get it in.
Because, hey, it was hot out there.
I got to tell you, I was out at AT&T Park watching the boys of summer on this autumn day.
Nice
I saw people getting sunburns out there. Temperature easily into the 80s in the city of San Francisco. In fact, right now, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the current conditions. We have 82 degrees in San Francisco at this hour when the average high temperature is 70 degrees. Meanwhile,
1,000 times. That story and more at 6 o'clock.
That'll add up. All right, Dana, we'll see you in 30 minutes. CBS Evening News, Scott Pelley is coming up now.
Remember, the latest news and weather is always on CBSSF.com.
Good evening, I'm Ken Bastida.
And I'm Dana King. One of the toughest manhunts in recent history. But tonight, investigators have caught a break.
13 law enforcement agencies have spent the last...
Police officers have a new weapon. It's a camera. The small cameras are clipped to their uniform.
Well, neighbors say they've had it. They're sick of watching bank-owned homes on their streets turn into eyesores. Broken windows, dead lawns, trash everywhere. As Robert Lyle shows us, today they went into several banks to make their own special deposit.
Perhaps the most dramatic final day of a baseball season took place tonight in 4 different cities. Coming into play, Red Sox and the Tampa Rays were tied.
Anderson Cooper is on with David Letterman coming
Yes,
up.
he is.
That should be fun.
yes.
A very emotional night in baseball tonight.
One of the most dramatic nights in baseball,
Very
Ken, but it was a
dramatic,
night
too.
with
Did
a
you cry?
lot of tears. Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Our next newscast tomorrow morning at 4:30. I'll be there. See you then.